Mike is having a rough day at work. His boss, Mr. Williams, has been particularly demanding, piling on tasks with impossible deadlines. Frustrated, Mike sneaks away to the break room and begins venting to his friend Dave over text. "This guy is a tyrant. I swear, one more task and I'll lose it," he types furiously. Mike, in his frustration, accidentally sends the ranting text to the office group chat instead of his friend. He doesn't realize the error until he receives a shocked reply from a coworker, followed by a slew of typing notifications from other colleagues. His heart sinks. He panics. Mike scrambles to delete the message, but he's too late. The damage is done. He receives a message from his boss, Mr. Williams. "See me in my office. Now!" His stomach churns. He tries to think of a way to explain himself. Mike nervously enters Mr. Williams' office, bracing for the worst. Surprisingly, his boss isn't yelling. Instead, he's eerily calm. "Mike, I received your message. Care to explain?" Mike stumbles through an apology, trying to play it off as a joke gone wrong. After a tense meeting, Mike returns to his desk, still employed but on thin ice. His colleagues avoid eye contact, whispering among themselves. He feels the weight of their judgment and wonders how he can fix this mess. During lunch, Mike meets his friend Dave, who has some tough love to share. "Look, you can't just ignore this. Maybe you need to own up to it, show some humility," Dave advises. Mike isn't convinced, but he knows he has to do something. Mike decides to bring Mr. Williams his favorite coffee as a peace offering. However, he fumbles and spills it all over his boss's desk. Mr. Williams is unimpressed. "Nice try, Mike, but I think you're digging yourself a deeper hole," he sighs. As Mike wallows in self-pity, he receives an anonymous email suggesting that Mr. Williams might not be as infallible as he seems. The email hints at an embarrassing story involving the boss, which piques Mike's curiosity. Determined to find out more, Mike enlists the help of his tech-savvy coworker, Lisa, to uncover more about the story hinted at in the email. Lisa is reluctant but agrees after hearing Mike's desperate plea. Lisa discovers that Mr. Williams once made a similar mistake, accidentally sending a love letter meant for his wife to the entire company. Mike is elated. This could be his way out. Armed with this knowledge, Mike decides to confront Mr. Williams. However, when he tries to casually bring up the story, it backfires. Mr. Williams becomes defensive, making Mike realize he might have crossed a line. Mike reflects on his actions and realizes that trying to dig up dirt on his boss wasn't the right move. He decides to come clean and writes a sincere apology email to Mr. Williams and the entire team, acknowledging his mistake. To Mike's surprise, Mr. Williams responds with unexpected kindness. "We've all had bad days, Mike. Let's put this behind us. But remember, honesty is the best policy." Mike feels relieved, but knows he has more work to do to rebuild trust. Starting fresh, Mike returns to work determined to make things right. He begins by apologizing to his colleagues individually, trying to rebuild the bridges he's burned. Some are forgiving, while others remain skeptical. The team-building exercise. The HR department announces a team-building exercise to improve office morale. Mike sees this as an opportunity to show his team he's genuinely sorry and willing to make amends. The exercise goes awry during the team-building activity. Mike's enthusiasm leads to another blunder. In a trust fall exercise, he accidentally drops Lisa, injuring her ankle. The team is frustrated, and Mike's reputation takes another hit. The wake-up call feeling like a total failure, Mike almost gives up. However, Dave gives him a pep talk, reminding him that growth comes through effort, not giving up. "You've come this far, don't quit now," Dave encourages. An idea to help the team inspired by Dave's words, Mike decides to organize a team appreciation day to boost morale and show his commitment. He plans to surprise everyone with a small party and personalized thank you notes. Getting the team involved, Mike starts involving his co-workers in planning the event, listening to their ideas, and giving them a say in how it unfolds. Slowly, his team begins to warm up to him again. The surprise party the day of the event arrives, and Mike's efforts pay off. The surprise party is a hit, and his heartfelt thank you notes touch his colleagues. For the first time, they see him as someone who genuinely cares. Mr. Williams shows up just as the atmosphere lightens. Mr. Williams unexpectedly shows up. The room goes silent. Mike nervously steps forward, unsure of how his boss will react to this unplanned event. An unusual reaction to everyone's surprise, Mr. Williams doesn't scold Mike. Instead, he says, "I've been tough on all of you, especially Mike. Maybe it's time we all learn to communicate better and work together." The turning point, Mr. Williams' unexpected response, turns the event into a heartfelt discussion about office culture, mutual respect, and the importance of clear communication. Mike's mistake leads to positive changes in the team dynamics. A new opportunity seeing the positive outcome of the event. Mr. Williams offers Mike a new role as the team morale coordinator, a position focused on improving communication and team spirit. Mike is shocked but grateful. Accepting the challenge, Mike accepts the new role with a renewed sense of purpose. He understands that his journey from the misunderstood text message to this point has been filled with lessons about humility, accountability, and growth. Moving forward together, Mike, now in his new role, works hard to keep the team connected and positive. The team's productivity improves, and a sense of camaraderie develops. The story concludes with Mike finding his footing and realizing that sometimes mistakes can lead to unexpected and rewarding opportunities. That Mike's journey teaches him that mistakes, even embarrassing and seemingly career-ending ones, can be powerful catalysts for growth and positive change. By facing his error head-on, taking responsibility, and showing genuine remorse, he not only salvages his reputation, but also transforms the office environment. His willingness to learn from his missteps and work hard to regain his team's trust turns him from the office outcast into a respected leader who understands the importance of humility, communication, and collaboration.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more fun songs as well as interesting and enjoyable stories.